What did they tell you? I know what they told me, but what did they tell you? I'll never forget it. It was about 24 years ago when I had my very first, what I would call serious medical situation. And I had been having some weird situations, and so finally my general practitioner sent me to a gastroenterologist. And this gastroenterologist did some preliminary examinations, and they said, you know what, we need to do a biopsy. Well, I don't even like that word, biopsy. But they did a biopsy. I went into this hospital in an early in the morning, and they stuck something inside of me. I don't want to say it was a needle. It wasn't a needle, but they stuck something inside of me and clipped a piece of my liver. And then they took it and examined it and sent me home. And a couple of days later, he called me and he said to me, okay, you know what? You're going to be okay. But he said, I have some good news. That's the good news. And he said, but I have some bad news. He says, you're this close to cirrhosis of the liver. I went, shut up. What do you mean I'm that close to cirrhosis of the liver? He said, I don't know. What do you drink? I said, I drink milk and Coke. I've never even had a beer. Even to this day, I'm 66. I've never even tasted a beer in my life. I've never had liquor in my life, and or a mixed drink or anything like that. And he said, well, I don't understand. And then he, did some stuff and came back and told me, he said, your liver just makes sugar. That's all it does. It just loves to make sugar. And but he said, here's what we can do. And he gave me hope. He gave me some words that caused me to look to the future with an expectation for good. And that's our song for today in SHIFT26, that there is a message from God that causes us to hope, to have a good expectation of what he wants to do in our life. And I love this. As a matter of fact, I was talking to God about this today. It says, remember the word to your servant, upon which you have caused me to hope. He said, this is comfort when I'm in trouble. He said, your word gives me life. And I look back at some of the things that God has said to me through prophetic revelation and through his word over the last few years. And it causes me, even in times of trouble and despair and despondency and feeling as if I've come to the end of my road, to still have hope. And I want you to have hope. I want God to speak to you today, this week, right now even, and have hope, an expectation of better, an expectation for tomorrow. I'm Phil Underwood, and this is Shift 26. Hope.